Today, August 13th, is our 5-year wedding anniversary.
5.
We made it 5 years, people. So we're going to talk to you guys about what actually happened on our wedding day and the craziness of our wedding day and how really and truly we almost didn't make it down the aisle.
We almost didn't. It was a crazy day. Some of you guys may have already seen our wedding video. That was one of our first videos that we uploaded to our channel. The video was really nice. You know, the whole ceremony was perfect.
It's on the beach. It was beautiful. Nice sunny day. Oh my gosh. So
it was really nice, but behind the scenes, it was a lot going on leading up to that moment.
Yes.
Like minutes, hours, like it was a lot. Like we almost didn't make it, and we almost didn't get married because of everything that was going on. We had our wedding in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. We're not from that area. We're about 3 hours out. So Mark Anthony and I, we drove my vehicle down there. Mark Anthony, you know, was meeting up with his dad to do errands, and he also was going to...
I waited till my wedding day to get my haircut. It's just something, you know. It's just...
Yeah, so he actually was going to get his haircut with his dad. Yeah. And then he also was going to our hotel room to get that set up nice and beautiful. I was with my family getting ready. You know, my mom was doing my hair, my makeup. I was getting dressed. I have all of my bridesmaids in my room getting dressed.
Yeah, because you were at a room at the hotel. Like, yeah. We got married on the beach. So next door we got married, there was a hotel.
Yeah, so we had like multiple hotels. So I was getting ready in one of the hotels that we had on the actual beach that was at the wedding ceremony. So at that time, while I was getting ready, Mark Anthony was at our honeymoon hotel, which was about, what, like 20 minutes away?
Maybe about
20 minutes away.
So she's getting ready. I'm at our honeymoon hotel. I'm getting ready. I'm getting dressed. I'm getting the room looking nice, getting flowers and stuff, you know, making that you come from your wedding day, you want the place to look nice and all did up and stuff like that. So I'm just, you know, I'm a romantic. So I am leaving the hotel. I'm still trying to get myself together in the car. Or like put my watch on, make sure that I'm straight as I'm driving, and then driving in an area that I'm not familiar with as far as lights and stopping, and don't know exactly what happened. But one moment I'm heading to get married, and the next moment I have an airbag in my face. I got into an accident. I rear-ended a car on the way to my wedding. The amount of emotions that flowed through me at that moment, it was like, how in the world did this happen? Like, my life is over. I'm not going to get married today. I'm like, everything is ruined. Like, I was on the side of the road bawling, like, I don't know what. And so to make matters worse, like I said, I'm heading to my wedding. I'm supposed to be getting married at this point within like the next 30, 40 minutes. And I am nowhere to be seen. And I cannot find my cell phone. My cell phone has fallen somewhere in the car. So I can't even call anyone to let them know what happened. I'm just missing.
This is like minutes before the wedding.
Yeah, this is like, it is literally in like a few minutes, I should be like there getting married. And I'm just gone. No one knows where I'm at. Because I can't find my phone to call anyone to see what's going on. At
this time, we were driving my vehicle at the time, and we did only have one vehicle. Yeah, so that was our only car that I just totaled. And he had just totaled my car on the way to our wedding. Just like, it is crazy. So I'm on the side of the road, freaking out, trying to wave down someone to pull over to let me use their phone so I can call people and let people know, hey, I just got into an accident on the way to the wedding. And no one would stop. So imagine me, my big black self on the side of the road crying, trying to wave down people in Myrtle Beach. And then the people who I hit
They're upset. They won't help me. They're like, they got their own stuff going on, and it is a crazy situation. But eventually, this nice little nurse lady, she pulled over, and she comforted me and my boo-hoo, and she let me use her phone. I was able to call my mom and let her know, hey, I just totaled the car. I just got into an accident. I'm going to be late for the wedding. Hopefully a wedding that's still happening at this point.
All of this was happening while I was still getting dressed, you know, in the room with my mom, my sisters. And then I don't remember, I think either my mom or my sister got a phone call. And they had just said, oh my gosh, Takeyah, Mark just got into an accident. And they didn't even tell me like, hey, sit down for a moment or anything. From what I remember, I just remember them telling me that, and I was sat down. I was like, oh my gosh, like I didn't know what to say. I just started bawling. I just started crying. My sister was like, okay, he's fine. He's okay. He's not hurt. Everything is good. So once they told me he was fine, I kind of relaxed a little bit. But then I was still freaking out because I'm like, we're supposed to be getting married right now. And I got a phone call that he just got into an accident. Yeah. So then my mom, my sister, they was like, let's just pray. Like we just started praying. Like we didn't know what to do. All we could do was pray. But it was a lot. So then my mom got a phone call saying that somebody was going to meet Mark and that he was going to be on the way. So then we started getting ready. And I had to have my sister go downstairs to tell all of the guests that were waiting that we're just running behind and we'll be there. They didn't tell the people that Mark had been in an accident, which I'm glad they didn't because it would have freaked everybody out. They had just told everyone that we all were running behind and that we would be there shortly.
About an hour behind at this point, but still behind.
An hour.
So here I am on the side of the road, crying, freaking out. I had literally like torn my shirt partially open, freaking out because I'm like, ah! Like my life is over. Like I said, a nice nurse lady came and comforted me, and then the police, they came and like this is a pretty bad accident. Like I said, my car is totaled, and we were standing in the grass, and I have an issue with ants that bite, and my feet start getting eaten up by ants. So I went from being calm to freaking out all over again because literally like one of my phobias is literally happening to me right now on the side of the road on my wedding day. Like
That's crazy.
It was literally like compounding thing after thing after thing. But again, my nice nurse lady helped me calm down, helped me like get myself together. And she was a godsend. She really was an angel from heaven because I don't know what would happen if I was still freaking out when the police came and all that stuff. She really helped calm me down and keep me like centered and not freak out as much as I probably would have.
So crazy, like
it's so true. Yeah, it's
one of your phobias happened right at that moment.
It's like everything was coming together to like prevent us from being married. It seemed like it was a bad experience. But the nice nurse lady, she let me use her phone. I called mom. Eventually, mom came and picked me up and drove me to the wedding. I'm able to call Takeyah, let her know that I'm okay, I'm on my way, I'm coming. Babe, like, and she's on the phone crying. I'm like emotional.
Yeah, you said, babe, I'm on my way.
Babe, I'm on my way. I'm coming. And
I think you also said something sweet like I'm coming to marry you or something like that. It was like a movie. It was like a movie. It was like really surreal.
I was coming to marry. I'm on my way. Because the whole idea, like, you're like getting left at the altar, whatever, like, I'm coming, like, on my way. So as we're driving to the actual site of our wedding, my adrenaline starts to go down. And I start to realize how much pain I'm actually in from this accident, which was a lot. My knee was basically to the point where I could barely stand on it. But I'm like, I'm getting married today. I'm not going to no hospital. I'll be fine. We'll deal with it later. I'm going down the aisle.
And that's crazy because you really should have went to the hospital.
I should have went to the hospital. I was hurt. But I was not going to the hospital. We were getting married today. Because at this point, it is a couple of hours after we were supposed to get married. And it's getting dark. And the whole idea of getting married on the beach, it needs to be light outside. It can't get dark. So we have to get married, and we have to get married now.
Yeah, and we had hired a company that does beach weddings.
Yeah.
So we were already expected to be there at a certain time. And if we wanted to have a sunset wedding, it would be an additional cost.
Yeah.
So we decided not to do a sunset wedding. But by the time we got to the altar,
it was approaching.
It was a sunset wedding.
Yeah, it was basically approaching sunset.
So it worked out really nice, and they didn't charge us extra for it.
We just had to basically compensate the audio people, the camera person for extending their schedule.
We just had to pay extra for the people that they hired personally to work our wedding.
Yeah.
And they were really nice. They were really helpful. They were just relax, just get here. They waited for us.
Yeah,
it
worked
nice.
out pretty well. It actually was as you see, when you watch our wedding video, it was a nice wedding. And so when you watch that video, realize, as I'm standing there, my knee is killing me. I am in pain. And then we had already planned, when we kissed, I was going to lift her up and, give her a kiss. And I was like, I don't know if I'm going to do that with his knee, but I'm going to do it. If we fall, we fall. And we didn't fall. And it was a nice, beautiful moment with me lifting her in the air and kissing her.
He did.
And it was cool. And I limped my way through the pictures and everything else and just made everything look beautiful. And I never went to the hospital. We went on our honeymoon.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Yeah, I didn't let her. She never really knew how much pain
home.
I was in, and the fact that I couldn't walk, really. So I limped my way through our honeymoon. I did everything to make sure I was popping pills. Eventually, my knee stopped hurting. Don't know what happened to it. Don't know if it was an injury or broken or whatever, but I know eventually the pain went away. So...
And I had no idea the whole entire time that he was even in pain and that he was even taking medicine, popping pills.
So bad.
We got home after the honeymoon and he told me, and I was like, "Oh my goodness!"
I was hurt so bad.
I really thought he was fine, and he wasn't.
I was not okay. But one of those, I'm not going to ruin the experience. You only get married once. You only have your honeymoon once. We're going to have a good time. And one of those that I don't mind being in pain if it basically continues to have her a good time. I don't want her worried about me and thinking that, oh, he's hurt, oh, whatever. I'm like, no, we're going to have fun, but...
It didn't stop there. On the way to our honeymoon...
I forgot about that.
Mark Anthony ended up losing his wallet. In that wallet, we had all our spending money that we was going to have
IDs
for our honeymoon.
Yeah, it was...
Our IDs. Everything we would need. And I was like... Are you serious?
Credit cards, everything.
Everything.
Thankfully, our passports and stuff weren't with us. They were actually at the hotel still, but literally, it was we're
going to a honeymoon broke, basically.
With no money.
No
nothing. It was just...
So, we went to a cruise for our honeymoon.
Yeah.
So, God is just so good because he's always been working everything out. So... Come to find out that when Mark Anthony booked the cruise, he already added
my credit card
on file.
Oh, the Lord is faithful.
So when we went on the cruise, we didn't have to even physically use our card to spend money, have a good time. They had our card information, so we could just continue to spend money like we would have if we actually had the card on us.
Yeah, we're able to get cash to use it at the ports we're at with Jamaica, so we're able to use the cruise to get cash, to get money to use off the boat.
Yeah, it's crazy how it
worked out perfectly having the card on file with the cruise line, because who knows what we would have done if... Yeah.
It would have been miserable.
It would have been miserable. But God is faithful, and then when we came back from our cruise, someone had found my wallet and kept it for the whole 7 days on the cruise and met us when we came back to get it back to me. That was amazing. And so,
I couldn't believe it.
And it had all the wedding money still in it and everything.
It had beautiful. Hundreds of dollars in his wallet.
Yeah. Somehow through Facebook, they were able to contact me through Facebook. Yeah. I'm still friends with them on Facebook today. I never unfriended them.
We offered to give her money, because we were just so thankful for her keeping it, and she wouldn't take it.
Yeah, she was a blessing.
She wouldn't take it.
Another one of those angels that saved us that weekend, that made things work out.
I just feel like everything was happening to stop us because we were meant for something great. Somebody just didn't want that to happen. But let me tell you,
God will do it.
We're here. We made it 5 years strong.
5 years strong and continuing. We're going to keep going this marriage forever and forevermore. And the way I look at it is that you always want your wedding day to be memorable, and you always want your wedding day to be a story and like having a nice wedding day. But our wedding day was definitely memorable. It was definitely a story. Mm-hmm. And then through everything that happened, it still turned out nice. All things happen for a reason. And that through every situation, we were blessed because with me losing my wallet, we had money when we came home from our honeymoon. We had a bunch of money that we would have spent that we now could use for other things for our house. So it's just things we're able to turn around. We were able to get another car easily. God blessed us in more ways than we can imagine. We hope you like this video of our little story time we have here. Continue to share, continue to subscribe. We're almost at 500 subscribers. We plan on doing something special when we hit 500, so look out for that. And help us get there, you know? You never know what could be in store. So help us get to 500, and we'll see what happens. All right, guys.
We'll see you guys next time.
All right, deuces.
Bye.